Hey guys, this is Hee Haw with Dark Moon Cards and Games. Finally back with another deck review. I've got them stacked up, waiting to be done, and as always, I'm just trouble finding time to get around to doing these things. I've got all kinds of new Chilling Rain stuff done. Got Volcanion, Sandaconda, a couple different versions of Blaziken VMAX. Same thing with Blissey V. And I've even got some decks from Battle Styles I've never gotten to. Tapcoco VMAX, I know was one of them that I've had some videos shot of and just never finished. But anyway, the ones I want to look at first, and again, I don't know what's been done, what hasn't been done on these, or how they did them. This is just how I did these decks. The ones I want to look at first, or I guess the ones that are kind of present a more economical way to get into the game, which I always like. And these decks really do function well just the way that Pokemon probably intended them to be done. And that are the two, what I like to call babies, Rapid Strike and Single Strike Urshifu. Today we're going to look at the Rapid Strike one. This one is by far my favorite of the new set, the one I've been playing the most. And again, this is the one that I would take to a young player that was interested in getting into the card game and did not want to drop $300 on a deck, because you could put this together pretty inexpensively. And I do like when Pokemon releases these sets that do have the things that work together, like all the Rapid Strike and Single Strike Pokemon. Everything in this deck is just kind of a self-serving engine. It all works together really well. And let's look at the main attacker here, Rapid Strike Urshifu, 140 HP. Weak to lightning. I don't think that's going to be an issue. It's really not an issue anyway, because so many things in the format just knock out 140 HP Pokemon that I don't think you're not really going for any kind of tanking or long-lasting attackers here. You just want to keep a constant stream of attackers coming, and this deck does that. His Rapid Fisted Rush does 30 damage for each of your Rapid Strike Pokemon. There are some moments when you play this that you won't have a full bench and active of all Rapid Strikes, and I'll show you why here in just a minute. But when you do have that, that is 180 damage for 2 energy, or in this deck it's really just 1 energy attachment, and again we'll get to that in a minute. Slashing Claw never really comes into effect, because if you don't have the Rapid Strike energy, you're probably not attacking with him. And the issue that causes the problem for that attack is just the Kubfu. They just made one Kung Fu that turns into either the Single Strike or Rapid Strike Pokemon, which is fine, because that's how it is in the game, in the video game. But because he is not a Rapid Strike when he is on the bench unevolved, he does not count towards your total. So sometimes you're going to be hitting for 150. You want to try to manage how you bench everybody so you don't do less than that, because 150 at least keeps you in 2-shot range when you're coming back with 180 on the next turn of everything in the format. And Elbow Strike, you could do that in this for 60 if you're hitting for weakness. I would stay away from that. So he really is just there to evolve. The next piece, and I guess let's look at the, because there's 2 Remoraid, that's just to evolve. Of course they are Rapid Strikes, so that fills that need. To the 2 Octillery. 2 in here, you really only need 1. Sometimes I end up with 2 in play, but you can only use this ability once per turn. If you could use this twice, I would have a bench full of these guys, and this deck would probably be venturing into the realm of being broken. But he lets you search for anything that is a Rapid Strike card, anything that has this little Rapid Strike label right up under the HP, or even the supporters and stadiums and stuff that have it. He lets you get all of that. 2 retreat cost is a bummer. I'd play U-turn board here, which I think you can see around the corner. It'd be nice that if he was a 1 retreat cost. I don't understand anything that floats in the water ever having a retreat cost or more than 1, but anyway. That is that. So you play 2 of those, that helps you search out just a variety of things. We'll jump ahead a little bit. It lets you search out supporters, the stadiums, you've got your Rapid Strike energy, any of the other Pokemon. And really the other Pokemon set in here is really what kind of makes this deck, I think, pushes it into being competitive. And that is the Inteleon line. And we've got almost a full line in there. We're running 4 of the Sobble, and he's not bad to start with. If you do attack, you can use him to fill your bench up, which is not terrible. If you do that, he's probably getting knocked out, but again, it's a single prize deck. I think that's okay most of the time. Then we're running a mix. So I'm going to run 2 of these Drizzile, that is the Rapid Strike one, and sometimes this other one will throw off your count for Urshifu, so you have to be mindful of that as well. And that is the, I forget, that's Sword and Shield. I couldn't remember if that was Sword and Shield or Vivid Voltage Drizzile. But the Shady Dealings ability, when you evolve him, lets you search for a trainer card. This guy's really huge in making this deck work sometimes when you get into that hand where you need a Crobat or a Dedenne or something to break that just bad hand that you have. Being able to search this guy out with Level Ball or Evolution Incense, either one, and get basically any supporter that you need, anything that you need. It's a trainer card, but usually it's a supporter. Also handy to get a rare candy, so keep that trick in mind there as well. And those get you, of course, to Inteleon, and anybody following the format, I guess, sees him being used all over the place. But he is a really, really good fit in this deck. One, because he provides a backup attacker. Waterfall does 70 damage for a double colorless, or in this case, a twin energy, which is not great, but it's always something that helps you set up other knockouts. But more importantly is the quick shooting, and that's the ability once during your turn you put 2 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, so you can snipe that anywhere. And as the game builds, unless you're playing against somebody that really goes after these guys, you end up with very often 3 of these guys in play. It's very rare that you get all 4, but if you do, that's amazing, because you're just dropping 80 every turn anywhere you want to before you attack. But you do have to do a little math on this and just be sort of planning ahead, plotting who you're going to attack and where, and try to put some damage counters down to set up those knockouts from Urshifu. But again, sometimes you can take the knockout with Waterfall and preserve your Urshifus that way as well. And then we throw in one of these, just because the energy lets you do that. Phalanx Rapid Strike Squad, it is 20 for each of your Rapid Strike Pokemon in play. So you have 6 of those. I can max that at 120. Not anything great there, but it is good when you're hitting for weakness. And that's kind of mostly targeting right now, I guess, Eternatus, but anything else that is weak to fighting, it gets you a solid 240 against that. I think Eternatus is 340 if I remember correctly. So that is basically his use, and he can also just be used to fill out that 5th bench spot sometimes when you're just trying to max out damage on your Rapid Strike Urshifu. So he is, I like him as an inclusion there as well. A lot of items in this deck. As you can see, we got 4 Evolution Incense, 4 Level Ball, 4 Quick Ball. You got 1 Ordinary Rod, so you can throw a Pokemon back in. Mostly kind of keeps that flow of Urshifu going, but sometimes you do have to try to research or something away somebody you don't want to. So that gives you a little bit of recovery. It's not doesn't do you any good on the energy front there. Just 2 rare candies because we do manually evolve to Inteleon, but being able to jump to one pretty quick is pretty easy to do. Run 1 Tower of Waters, and that just lets your Rapid Strike guys retreat basically for free in this deck. Nobody here has a retreat cost more than 2 stars. And really just being able to search this out with Artillery kind of just makes it a free switch on any turn that you need it. It'd be nice to run more than 1, but I think running 1 seems to work so far. 2 bosses, orders to catch whoever you need. Threw this guy in because it is very, very good in back and forth games. Like I said, you're going to get knocked out pretty much every turn once a game kind of gets flowing very well, unless you're just flat out running over somebody. So this becomes a shuffle in and draw 7 cards supporter instead of the 4. I don't think I've had a situation come up yet where I've had to play it for 4. It always seems to follow a knockout, so threw him in there even though he's not searchable with Artillery. And yeah, I like that shuffle there too, because sometimes you don't want to research away all of your pieces. Karina's Focus is a rapid strike, so it is searchable there as well. Really great with all these items. This is the card that kind of breaks open your bad hand. That you can use Artillery to search out, so you can play a lot of these search balls, get your hand down to basically nothing, search out a Karina, and get a new 6. So it is basically your Crobat in this deck. And 2 of those, 2 Marnie, and then 4 Research. I guess that's pretty typical. The 1 U-turn board is nice in here. I guess, if you start looking at decks as a post-August rotation, you'll lose this card. I would just replace this with another Stadium at that point. But it's nice in here too. I like to put these on the Inteleon, so they always have free retreat no matter what's going on. You get down to the energy portion here. We have 4 Rapid Strike energy. So that is 1 energy attachment to power up your Urshifu. And then just 3 twins to use on your Inteleon. And that's it. Very simple deck. Very easy to play, very fun to play. Like I said, this is my favorite of the brand new stuff. Probably one of my favorites of the format at the moment. Have not been able to test it a whole lot against tournament fields, but am looking forward to doing that. Let's get some games with this thing and see if we can find some format type decks to play and see how it performs. Alright, I am choosing to go first. I don't think I mentioned that in the overview, but that is my preference with this one. And you can see I got a trading card game online hand with 3 level balls and not much else. We can make this work. We're going to search out, try to get all the pieces in place. I got my Sobble. Oh, go ahead and get down. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get down 2 Cubfoos here, since I have both Urshifu in my hand. I don't have to have anything else. I've got the energy, so I can't attack. And guessing I'm playing Eternatus. I guess anything can play Zigzagoon, but I would say more likely than not that is the case. Really not. Yeah, there's the Dark Energy and the Moltres. Moltres makes that deck so good. But really not a super difficult deck to beat. You can beat it 2 ways. You just either hardcore go after 2 Eternatus VMAX, or you got easy knockouts with Crobat. You can snipe and get the Moltres, get it down to where you can hit your 180. Only play 2 Boss's Orders, so really my strategy in this one is going to be just to try to just go head to head with those 2 Eternatus VMAX. I can get them in 2 shots and get 6 prizes. So 4 attacks, 6 prizes. They have to knock out. They're going to knock me out every time they attack. But 4 to 6 will work out in my favor, and that will be dependent on me getting something. Yeah, we'll go. Just go ahead and evolve both of these and attach. I think I want to go ahead and just quick ball another guy on my bench. Yeah, I've got both artillery, so let's get this Remoraid. That way if they knock out the active one, I can evolve to the other, because I'm going to need that. If I can get one, now I have a no-card hand, so I am completely dependent on my top draw. There's the Eternatus, definitely a knockout coming my way. Assuming. Now, I think it's a mistake these decks make. I've seen a lot of lists playing 2 Chaotic Swell. I'm not sure why they don't play the... I forget the name of the card that lets your dark guys retreat for free, your darkness Pokemon. I forget if you have to have an energy attached, if that's why they don't. But I see this happen where they get something stuck and can't get out of it. And there is a excellent top draw, because I'm going to get my artillery, which will let me get my Karina, assuming they are there. I don't think I scrolled deep enough to even notice that before. Got 2 in the deck, so 1 should be there. There is 1. So there is, like I said, that acts just like a Crobat. I think. Let's see. Yeah, but we can go and knock out this Zigzagoon, and it's going to make things odd in the prize count. But use my Evolution Incense to get the ability of Drizzile. I can use this to either get U-turn board or my stadium, which will just let me retreat either way. I think that's the best route. Yeah, we'll get the let's get the U-turn board attached there. I've got this other Kupfu. I kind of think though I like to try to distract my opponents. And this deck has Phalanx in it, the one fighting attacker. I think it's a good distraction card in this matchup. Get it down, probably go ahead and attach to it. And then it gives them the choice of either dealing with Urshifu or trying to chase that. And if they chase that, they leave my Urshifu alone, which lets me get 2 turns of 150, 180, whatever. Lost a 30 damage there just because of that Drizzile is not a rapid strike. I think I pointed that out earlier. One prize card that doesn't change the strategy. There's Chaotic Swell. Like I said, that they seem to like that. And there comes the Phalanx chase. So that was I guess a good call. Doesn't really change my strategy. I hate to lose the Phalanx. I would like to got a shot in with it, but just a prize card is probably more important there that I lost that energy than the Phalanx. Maybe shouldn't have attached there, I don't know. We'll see if that hurts. But it just kind of altered the strategy here to trying to 2-shot this Eternatus and then just get a Crobat. I definitely would like to get a fuller line of my Inteleon. I got one here. Their hand's big. I'm not sure. Sometimes people kind of clunk these lists up a little bit. We'll go ahead and get a twin there because with some snipes, I can set up a 2-shot in that. But again, I need to get more Inteleon. So let's get another Sobble down. Just we're going to exclusively snipe this thing until we knock it out. There is the full 180. I guess even the 2. Leaves 140. So definitely want to get another hit from Urshifu, which won't be a problem. I've got another already evolved. Let's see. I don't know if people like to attack with this Moltres in this thing or just go straight Eternatus and use that for that whole energy switch dynamic. There's another Eternatus, but no second VMAX, so actually I can take out this Eternatus. It can make them cut their bench down. I'm going to get Marnids. Doesn't really hurt my feelings there. That's not a great hand that I had. That's actually much better. There's Evolution, Incense, and Rare Candy, so that's an instant Inteleon. And then, of course, I don't have a backup energy yet for Urshifu. I can search that out with Octillery. And if they, I was getting ready to say if they knock out my Octillery, like I said, I've got the other Remoraid there, so I can evolve. Probably something to consider when playing this. I don't know that you want to have 2 all the time, but 2 is not a bad thing, I don't think. We definitely need the damage from Urshifu. I can't get there with Inteleon. I could get there with the Phalanx, but I drew an Inteleon, so I don't have to burn that incense there. I'm guessing might just to get it out of the deck. I guess we could go ahead and Evolution Incense here and get that second Octillery and just evolve it. And that will make that a non-issue for the rest of the game. And then let's see if we can draw into the energy with Karina first, and then if we don't get it, we'll get it with Octillery. Did not get it. I'm going to get that other Kupfu down. It doesn't hurt. We don't need a rapid strike there. I only need 140, and that will let me do 150. only 2 energy left. Again, that play with Phalanx, I don't know, I don't think it's going to hurt. It's getting on the borderline of making me think it might hurt. Let's see. Still got multiple Crobats, but I think the thing to do here, looking at who to snipe, is just go ahead and just start piling it on that other Eternatus in case we could get stamped or Marnied or something. I've got boss in hand. I think I have pretty much everything I need to win this game, but that doesn't always hold. Plus, we're going to knock out this Eternatus. They're going to be able to cut that bench. They're going to have to cut that bench down, so I don't want to put this damage somewhere that they can just throw it away. And I don't think they're going to throw away that Eternatus. So let's do that. There goes Crobat and Zigzagoon. So we'll take our 3 prizes here, and just leaving us 2 if this hand holds. Got Urshifu there. I can search out an energy, and I have a boss. So no matter what comes up and what it does to me this turn, all I have to do is just catch a Crobat. Like I said, this is not a super difficult matchup. There's the Eternatus, of course. You got to keep the attackers going. I think the major mistake I probably made in this game was attaching that energy to Phalanx. Maybe just making them chase that and catch it, and preserving that energy would have been a better play. I don't know if he would have caught it though without that. I see the Hoopa there as well. I think that's one thing Eternatus definitely needs, is a single prize attacker it can turn to. I know a lot of people play Yveltal. Neither one really get to a damage level that can deal with something like this Urshifu. I don't know what else is out there, but I think I've heard Logan talk about a Wheezing that you could play in this thing. I don't know enough about that to give any details on that. So there goes Urshifu. I'm gonna send up. I've got a twin energy on my Inteleon just in case something. I'm not thinking of something here. I'll send him up. I can just pay that energy retreat cost. There's the Urshifu. Yeah, I should have just sent him up. That's what happens when I talk and play. We'll search out the Rapid Strike energy. I've still got my boss in hand. And then attached there, we can lay down this Sobble to get the full effect of Urshifu's attack. I guess I can pick whichever Crobat we want to get. And I could get a Moltres with this too, because you still have the sniping. I'll go ahead and snipe, get 40 on here, just in case my math is worse than I think it is, but pretty sure we had him either way. There is the attack for the last 2, and pretty, like I said, pretty easy. Not easy, but it's a pretty winnable matchup anyway. We'll see if we can get us another game here. Let me remind you guys to please like and subscribe for our channel. Help us grow a little bit and keep things going. And let's see what we can get on our second match here. All right, I am going first again, and this time it will be against Mad Party. Mad Party, another one of those decks that is really fun, and I think really good. I think it probably still has a place in the format just because it can hit for Psychic weakness. I think if I can get this deck started, though, I'm going to probably show its biggest weakness, and that is just all these small HP attackers that are subject to being sniped. Again, I gotta get my pieces out just so I can get this thing started, but I'm really probably going to focus more on Inteleon in this, although Rapid Strike Urshifu will definitely take care of everything in here. It really overkills them. But getting multiple Inteleon in play against this deck means I can take multiple knockouts and change this from a one prize against one prize matchup into hopefully a one prize against three prizes in a turn matchup, if we can set it up correctly anyway. Again, I may lose this Sobble. Okay, I thought I was going to lose the Sobble on the first turn there. That's the danger of letting it go second, as it can do damage straight off the bat. So I can just miss the energy. But the flip side of that is, I've got a quick Inteleon, so I'm going to be able to get ahead of this deck right off the mark. Get to my artillery there as well. We use it to search out another Sobble. Again, I think Sobble is going to be the name of the game here. Be able to knock out anything in this deck with Waterfall, so we will snipe to the bench exclusively in this matchup, just setting up future knockouts. So there is one quick prize. Pretty much kind of puts me in the driver's seat there in these single prize card games. If you take first knockout, you're more than likely going to win, I'd say, over half of those matches. Unless just things turn bad against you, or you get stalled by a reset stamp or something. Don't have a lot of Mad Party Pokemon in the discard on the other side yet, does not look like. But it can get there quick, and that's the other thing about playing this thing, is that's what makes it so good, I think, is the more of them you knock out, the stronger it gets, to where it is, it can touch, I don't know if it can get into the 300s or not. I know it can get into the high 200s, which is amazing for a single prize card deck. Got enough in there now? Actually, I don't think so. Yeah, just 120. Not enough to get me. Would have needed 2 more, so I think missing that knockout there definitely is going to let me just start to run kind of wild over this thing. And this, I think, honestly, is one of the only decks, anything that plays Inteleon like this, it's probably one of the only things that really can do this to Mad Party. I think this matchup is going to make Mad Party not look that great. Dragapult, I guess, is the other one that can do it, but people seem to be drifting away from Dragapult. I've got my U-turn board there. I think, again, we're just going to keep on working on this Inteleon line. So we'll search that out with artillery and go ahead and evolve one there. I think we just want to shoot that Sinistea again, or Poltegeist, excuse me. And we'll retreat and do a massive overkill with Urshifu on this little 40 HP bunny. Well, maybe Big Charm or something is what Mad Party needs to look at, or Giant Cape, maybe? I don't know. Something to give them a little bit more HP would, I think, keep it competitive. I know it's a tight list as it is. There's a Mew. Don't know if the opponent doesn't realize, I'm sure they do, that Mew doesn't really help in this one. May just be throwing, well, I was going to say maybe throwing it down as another attacker, but yeah, I guess it could use Twin Energy. Would be the only thing it can do. Another Poltegeist. Now, Poltegeist, I think that's really what keeps this thing strong here. The Urshifu Vs are weak to Psychic. I forget what else is hit by Psychic right now, but these guys, it seems like that should keep them kind of relevant. I don't know. Maybe it's just too many decks that play Inteleon and floating around there to give it a whirl. I know we're way past the threshold for knockouts on my side. They've been throwing Mad Partiers away pretty effectively this turn. 220. So they've got 11 in there. I don't like to try to look at their discard pile just because it's distracting when you're playing, and especially trying to narrate and talk on these things to pull up their discard pile and look. I know they're beyond the point now where it matters. So yeah, my stadium, so I can pre-retreat anybody. I don't know that they play a stadium, honestly, so that stadium may just stick for the rest of the game. And we'll Karina. Can use my search and get another Inteleon. I got Rare Candy in hand, so that will be 3 Inteleon in play, and I think that that would just about lock this matchup in any set of circumstances, no matter how good they are on what they're doing. That 60 per turn sniping on top of attacking is too much. It really does even out that playing field on a kind of fast single prize attacker like Mad Party. I was debating what to take there. I guess we'll go ahead and get another Cub Fu down, because it doesn't really hurt my damage total. I'm not attacking with an Urshifu this turn anyway. We'll finish off that Poltergeist. Take one. We can actually take another here with 2 more snipes onto the Bunnelby. So we'll do that. That's gonna actually leave them without an attacker at the end of this turn. So again, this is kind of running wild over this Mad Party deck, but again, I think it's probably one of the few that can kind of do this to Mad Party. I think Mad Party is still definitely viable. Don't know how many people are playing it. It's another way to get into this game on a budget level and be competitive, because it's going to match up well against a lot of decks. Just hope you don't sit down against me playing Urshifu and Teleon, apparently, because this is not going well. The I guess a concession here would speed things up, but like they're going to go ahead and take a turn. At 5 prizes to go, even a reset stamp I don't think is going to hurt me. I can search out pieces with just search out a Karina with my artillery. Guess that would be the most devastating. What was that, Peony? Peony, I forget how you say her, but yeah, that just lets you dig some. That's a nice addition to that deck too. It lets you get pieces out of the prize card if you have any stuck in there. Playing an escape rope, so we'll lose a Cub Fu, I'd say. We've got a Bunnelby there, which is probably going to do a massive amount of damage to me at this point. They've got a lot of Pokemon in there. There's the energy. And a Rangaruin. Not giving up. Not giving that much. Crobat. And there is Mad Party for 280 again. I think that right there speaks volumes of just don't write that deck off. It's anything that can deal 280 for an energy attachment is good. Anything comes out that can stop the placement of damage counters, then that deck will be amazing again, but we'll see. Guess we'll do this and just grab. I haven't hardly even used Urshifu in this one. Just grab, it's still got 3 energies there, grab that. And I'll go ahead and take this to Dene. Since they wanted to play the game out, we'll finish it with a 2 prize knockout. And there is a pretty convincing victory over that one. So there's a good look at Rapid Strike Urshifu in action. I absolutely love this deck. It's cheap, it's fun, but even more importantly, it's really good. And I just say, if you don't believe that, give it a try. Play it a little bit. I think you will see what I see. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. This has been Hee Haw with Dark Moon Cards and Games. Be not afraid. Later.